The Eagle Radio Broadcasting Corporation, in partnership with the Junior Chamber International Makati, presents the most awesome radio program to hit the airwaves. JCI Radio Philippines. JCI Radio Philippines. JCI Radio Philippines. And now your host, Ernest Hernandez.
Good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to another awesome episode of JCI Radio Philippines, anything and everything about the Junior Chamber International. I am your host, Ernest Hernandez.
A warm welcome to everyone listening to the radio sets everywhere in the Philippines. This is your co-host, Diego De La Paz. We are here every week to give you a taste of what the Junior Chamber International has to offer.
JCI Radio Philippines may be heard over the following radio stations nationwide at DZEC 106.2 kHz in Mega Manila,
TWIN 1080 kHz in Northern Luzon,
DZEL 1260 kHz in Southern Luzon,
DYFX 1332 kHz in Central Visayas,
and DXED 1224 kHz in Southern Mindanao.
You may catch our show via online live streaming at www.radioaguila.am.
JCI Radio Philippines is also streaming live on YouTube. Just type in Radyo Aguila Live on the search bar and watch your favorite Radyo Aguila shows live and on demand.
JCI Radio Philippines and Radyo Aguila are proud members of the KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Okay, itong guest natin ngayon, Diego, no? Second time on radio.
She's not a stranger to our show.
Hindi siya stranger sa radyo. Medyo close kami. Pwede ko ba i-declare na close tayo?
Sure.
Anyway, no, the last time na nandito siya sa ating show, she was representing JCI Perlas Pasay as their president. No?
That was last year?
That was last year. Ngayon ay that was the past.
And this is the present.
And this is the present. So ngayon, kala ko hindi ko na siya makikita pagkatapos mag-presidente.
Kasi right now we're looking at the future.
So ngayon, in looking at the future, nabigyan siya ng isang malaking task.
Malaking task. Pero meaningful ito.
Yes. Itong ang Junior Chamber International Philippines, siguro sa galing ng presidenteng ito ay siya ang natugunan para bigyan ng isang proyekto na entitled na Beyond Prison Walls. No? Siguro okay, so ano ba tong Beyond Prison Walls? So tanungin natin, first of all, introducing the national chairperson for Beyond Prison Walls. Can you introduce?
Past President of JCI Perlas Pasay, Ms. Maje Galevo Bambo. Good evening.
Good evening.
Magandang gabi sa'yo.
Hi, good evening everyone.
Talagang pinapractice yung modulated voice kanina pa.
Yeah. So good evening Ernest, good evening
Magandang
Diego.
gabi.
Also good evening everyone to all the listeners of JCI Radio Philippines, and also here with me is our Vice President for Community.
Yes, from Perlas Pasay, no? Pangatlong beses nila sa radyo. Wala sumusuki na rin, di ba? Susunod yung co-host na.
Actually, hi, good evening. Yun.
All right.
Ms. Mafe, Pastor Peter is here with us on JCI Radio Philippines. Talagang sinamahan ka, no? Magnamagan niya.
She's our VP for Community, and
For
later
this
on,
year.
yes, we'll know anong part niya, bakit siya nandito ngayon sa Beyond Prison Walls na segment na to. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank both of you kasi medyo sobrang nakapagdamdamit, nakaka-elaborative naman ng introduction nyo, di ba?
Di ba? Talagang tumagos sa puso.
Parang akala ng tao, totoo yung mga...
Kaya talaga pulit sa puso ba?
So yun, parang medyo light lang yung conversation kasi medyo serious talaga.
Kasi serious kasi itong situation natin sa Beyond Prison Walls because it's a project that would take care of those who are incarcerated by law. And of course, syempre, yung mga prisoners na ito, they're still innocent until proven otherwise.
Yes. But anyway, before anything else, just a refresher sa background ni Pres Maje ng Perlas Pasay, siya rin ay isang abogado. Abogado, sakto-sakto. Kapag may mga singilan siya yung hahanapin mo.
Actually, sakto na lawyer ang mag-handle ng Beyond Prison Walls kasi nagkaroon ng experience back in college na kami, para legal kami for community service. So, punta kami sa mga trial courts. Tapos,
ano ba yung paralegal?
Paralegal kasi.
Paralegal sila. Paralegal ang pagpunta nyo.
Paralegal. Anyway, pupunta kami sa Old Bilibid sa Manila, tapos parang fina-follow up namin yung cases sa mga trial courts. So, in a way, parang naintindihan rin ng ating national chairperson for Beyond Prison Walls kung ano sitwasyon ng ating mga bilanggo ngayon sa prisons na pupuntahan ng Beyond Prison Walls this year.
Okay, actually, before I elaborate on the projects and our plan for this year for Beyond Prison Walls, I would just like to give a little bit background of what Beyond Prison Wall is in the concept ng JCI Philippines. Beyond Prison Walls was actually founded, or should I say, conceptualized by our first ever JCI Philippines president. So that would be Ramon Del Rosario Sr.
Yes.
So with the hope of actually giving
talagang research ka sa history.
Sinabi sa akin yan, binakgroundan ako ng national board yan. Yun. So actually for us to be able to give restorative justice to those who are actually in prison. So kasi when we say prison, kasi it doesn't necessarily mean na prisoners na sila. There's this what we call detainees pa. Ibig sabihin, meron pang mga yung mga kaso nila is actually pending pa or nasa appeal pa, so wala pang final judgments na supposed to dun sa mga prisoners talaga na nandun na may final judgment na sila. So both of these prisoners, or let's just coin it generally prisoners, both of these are actually covered by Beyond Prison Walls ng JCI Philippines. So long as you're actually behind bars, and yun yung concept natin na kinikater natin, na tutulungan natin sila in whatever way we can. So, yun. So, sige, go ahead.
So, in short, nabibigyan sila ng due process afforded by them by the law.
So, pali actually, yung idea kasi ng JCI Philippines is balance and restorative justice. So, ibig sabihin, as much as possible, we wanted them to be restored prior to their being in the prison. So, kung ano sila, bago sila na prison, gano'n. Kasi not necessarily realistically speaking, hindi naman ibig sabihin pag na-prison ka is talagang ikaw ang may kasalanan or gumawa. It's just so happened na
nagkaroon ng kasalanan tapos pinagsisihan na while in prison.
So most of sometimes just so happened na you were yung proof mo is beyond reasonable doubt, as we call it in law. So kumbaga it's a process na nangyayari yon, kaya napupunta sila sa prison. So ang idea natin, since nasa prison sila, so we reach out to them in different ways. May mga bagay tayo na pwedeng gawin dyan. Later on, I will elaborate on the projects or the plans that we will have for Beyond Prison Walls this year.
And since I think this is the month for Beyond Prison Walls, which is April. So most JCI chapters will be creating projects that will involve their neighborhood prisons. Like sa Makati, we did one before.
Makati City Jail.
Makati City Jail. I can still remember that time. Nagpaano kami? Believe it or not, Jago, nag-basketball kami ni Ruben.
Nagpa-basketball clinic kayo?
Hindi, nag-basketball kami.
Basketball talaga.
Talagang yun nga lang, nung una, sabi ko kay Ruben, medyo kalokohan to kasi pare, mga prisoners to, tapos makipag-basketball tayo, baka mamaya may host na tayo sa likod natin pag biginulangan natin, no? But hindi, no? First and foremost, when I was there, no, we were asked to judge opening pala ng sports fest nila. No? Opening ng sports fest, and everyone, we were the judges of, the cheer dance competition.
Wow.
Cheer dance.
Meron silang cheer dance competition, and they were given shirts na parang they can be creative on what they do sa shirts nila. So, natuwa kami, no? Everyone did well, no? Tapos sa mga muse nila, mga bading, no? Gano'n, no? And ito no? When we were playing, so kami ni Ruben, we were basketball coaches. At the same time, we were former players, no? We played with them, no? And you know what? They are so nice. They are so nice. And doon ako nagtaka, parang yung concept mo kasi on a prison, nanonood kasi ng Prison Break. yung sa TV, yung parang sasama ng mga tao sa loob talaga, no? Talagang the worst place on earth yung mga prisons, but hindi. But I was touched with what they are doing there, and at the same time, meron silang pangkabuhay na ginagawa. No? One of them is yung gumagawa sila ng jerseys, basketball jerseys, no?
Ah.
Ganon. Kaya 2 years ago when we had our MAMO, no, Metro Air Mini Olympics, our jerseys were sponsored by the Makati City Jail. Yung mga prisoners.
Mga inmates.
Oh, binili natin 'yon. And murang-mura, saktong-sakto, kulay orange pa tayo sa JC Makati.
Yung natatanong kung di ba nagkaroon ng competition ng basketball.
Yun na nga eh.
So kulang na nakalagay sa likod ng jersey maximum.
Maximum. No? Tsaka letter P. No? So ano yan, no? I hope, ito yan eh, maraming dyan, caring for the sick, caring for, pero yung mga, nane-neglect natin yung prisoners.
Tsaka we must remember then kasi yung prisoners, not necessarily, I mean, most of them actually, when we did our research also, we went to visit prisoners kasi we likewise did that in Perlas Pasay last year. And that's where we discovered yung talagang situation nila. Tsaka meron doon mga iba na hindi talaga sila masyadong nabivisit na ng kanilang
Kasi maraming takot.
Oo. Or probably medyo nane-neglect na din sila. So doon talaga yung realization natin na dapat kailangan talaga nating tutukan naman ng konti itong mga prisoners na to. Especially that we have to sort of empower them. Tapos parang bring up pa rin na natin sila na alam mo yon, yung hope na nandun pa rin, they must realize na there's life even inside. I mean si Jose Rizal nga, di ba?
Nakulong si Jose Rizal.
Pero yung mga books niya, yung mga popular books na Elfie, di ba yun?
Doon niya ginawa.
Ginawa niya
sa loob ng prison. So, it doesn't mean na when you're inside the prison, useless ka na or hindi ka na pwedeng maging productive. The more na you're encouraged or you would be encouraged to actually do something about your life and about yourself.
And at the same time, kasi ang living condition sa loob ng bilangguan, it's not exactly yung makikita mo na it's not really exactly a good condition. Maraming mga prisoners lahat sila kumpul-kumpul sa isang selda, tapos some of them it's not very hygienic. So kailangan rin kasing mabigyan ng konting care, little tender loving care naman para sa mga prisoners, kahit na nasabi sila na they went against the law, buhay sa loob ng bilangguan na naskitahan, they're still people. So they really need our care.
Okay, so eto yan, ang tanong ko, ano ba yung mga pwede nating magawang tulong para sa ating mga prisoners? Pero bago mo sagutin yan, let's take a short break.
Sure.
Ang oras po natin ay 6:21 ng gabi. Ang oras ay hinatid sa inyo ng Department of Health. Sama-sama natin itaguyod ang kalusugang pangkalahatan.
Ubo na lagpas 2 linggo? Naku, baka TB na yan. Pa-check up mo na agad sa health center. Libre naman ang TB Dots. Sa Dots, 6 months na gamutan, TB ay matutuldukan.
Dots every day, every other way.
A message from DOH and USAID.
Only Pinay. Sinong nakakaaral sa mahirap? Sinong nakapagdamot sa walang pambayad? Si Pinay ang may nagawa na. Siya lang ang may magagawa pa. Only Pinay. Sino pa ba? Only Pinay.
This political ad is paid for and by Judge C. Binay, 8514 Cao Street, Barangay San Antonio, Makati City.
At nang babalik ang Jci Radio Philippines. So anyway, kasama pa rin natin ang National Chairperson ng Beyond Prison Walls na si Pres Maje ng
IPP.
Ang sarap tawagin ka pa rin, Pres.
IPP.
Oo. And syempre kasama niya ang Vice President for Community ng JCI Perlas Pasay, Miss Mafe Pastor Pide.
Okay, bagong lahat, no? Bagong lahat. NC or National Chairperson Maje.
Yes,
May experience na kasi ako makulong.
Ganon.
Seryoso, nakulong na ako dati. O ito yan, kwento ko no, para alam nyo, no, nung bata kasi ako, no, bata ako talaga nakulong. So, ang nangyari kasi dyan, mahilig kasi yung magpaputok
Okay.
nung bata ko, no? So, meron yung tatay ko, binilan ako ng isang shoebox ng baby rocket, no? So, ang daming baby rocket, talagang tuwang-tuwa ako noon, no? So, ang ginawa ko noon, naghanap ako ng bahay, no? Tapos saan ko ba pwede paputukin to, yung baby rocket, no? So, may nakita akong bakanting bahay, no? May bakanting bahay doon. Sabi ko, sige, paputukan natin yung bakanting bahay. So, gumawa ako ng parang nakalinya yung mga baby rocket, mga 10 sabay ko nililigaw. Tapos gano'n, no? Tapos yung isang yung isa pang set. Tapos ko sa kabilang side naman ng bahay. Gumagano. No? Mamaya-maya may humuhuli na sa akin. No? Kasi meron palang matanda sa loob ng bahay na nag-report sa barangay namin. No? So, ang nangyari doon, since na wala namang mga pager o ano, no? Dinala ako sa barangay City Hall, no? Tapos merong maliit na kulungan doon. Kinulong muna ako until makuha ako na magulang ko. No? So meron akong experience na mga 3 oras nakakulong. No? So
Ilang taon ka nun?
mga 12. No? Mga 12, no? So medyo pilyo ako ng bata.
So juvenile.
Pero alam mo yung 3 hours na yun, parang 12 hours ng bata ka. So ini-imagine ko paano pa kaya kung isang taon yung term mo? Or worse, no? Mga 5 years, 10 years sa loob ng kulungan. Yun nga, yung 3 oras na lang na yun. Medyo nakakatakot na, no? Pero ano ba yung pwede nating maitulong sa mga taong nasa kulungan?
Okay, thank you for your question. Actually, yun yung part ngayon ng role natin bilang the national chair ng Beyond Prison Walls. And actually, Beyond Prison Wall this year is regarded as one of the priority projects ng national board natin, aimed towards developing those who are in prison. So part actually nung program ng Beyond Prison Wall this year is to cater to their total humanitarian development. So all the different aspects of your life yung tina-target natin. So first yung sa human rights advocacy or yung right to health and clean and healthy living natin or those who are actually inside the prison. This can be done through different ways or mga simple ways, pero actually pag pumunta kayo sa prison, marirealize natin na sa atin it may be simple but for them it meant a lot. So halimbawa nito would be donation of facilities. Kasi alam naman natin ang prison natin sobrang congested. Later I will also discuss with you the top 10 congested prisons as per BJMP dito sa Pilipinas.
On average bang ang isang listener to cell ratio usually?
Actually, it depends kasi kung nandun ka sa may tinatawag kasi tayong dormitory at saka it depends also on the
Parang hotel na rin siya, no?
May mga dormitory nga ngayon. So, it depends kasi din dun sa place where you're at. Kasi like in Manila, medyo madami din. Pero surprisingly, madami din pala sa provinces. And may nakausap akong isa actually sa mga nag-text na sa atin regarding Beyond Prison Walls. Sa kanila, okay pa kasi yung hotel yung prison nila, yung dormitory na tinatawag natin is parang isang dormitory composed of 20. But let's say in Pasay City for instance, ang Pasay City female dorm is composed of 175 to 200 prisoners in that dorm alone. Wow. So ganong karami. Meron pa tayong more than 200 talaga sa isang dormitory. So ganong karami yung ratio. So again, it depends on the place where you're at and also on the capacity syempre nung prison jail.
Jail.
Pero yun, moving forward, apart from that, we can also donate yung mga toiletries natin, simpleng mga shampoo, napkins, mga reusable clothes or whatever.
Anything for hygiene.
Yeah, for hygienic purposes. Why do we emphasize this? We discovered na these prisoners or the jail itself is actually not funded.
Hindi siya sanitary.
I mean, they don't have funds for hygienic purposes
for hygiene
each
materials.
individual person. So let's say, lalo na pag babae ka, di ba, every month, mas matindi pag babae yung prisoners kasi every month may pangangailangan ka na. You have your period. So of course you would need napkins for this one. And apparently this is not actually being provided. They don't have fundings for this. Kung bibisitahin ka ng family mo or ng friends mo at mabibigyan ka, madodonatan ka, well and good. But if not, you have to actually bank on your co-inmates for that, diba? Or maging resourceful ka on how you're going to approach it. So yun, tapos meron din tayong pwede din tayong mag-provide when it comes to their health ng dental and medical mission, and also yung mga simpleng yoga na nakaka-relax,
mga wellness,
para kumalma-kalma yung mga medyo mainitin ng ulo. Maalis sa kanila yung pagiging may ulo.
Pero
kung nagiging flexible ang katawan nila, baka makasingit na sila sa loob ng cell.
Hindi ganun kahit para lang si Elastic Man.
Para si
extend okay. Tapos nandun din yung natin, yung stress debriefing. Pwede din yan siguro sa stress. Ikaw feeling ko kailangan mo mag-stress debriefing sa
Ako?
Palawan mo sila. Ikaw nga yung magbibigay ng debriefing.
Medyo nasa stress lang ako pag may mga hindi nagbabayad ng utang, mga
gano'n. 100 pesos lang. Pero yun, apart from that, pwede din silang magbigay ng inspirational talks para at least ma-inspire pa din sila despite the fact na they're inside the jail. So moving on, meron din tayong ita-target din natin syempre yung sports, cultural, and educational program.
Yan yung ginawa namin.
Yung sa sports, yes, very true. So yun, part nga nito yung mga sports na magko-conduct kayo ng sports fest. Tapos pwede din yung
pwede siguro MMA, yung mga ganun.
Probably not advisable.
Ang hirap magsalita
Playing safe siya.
Baka may So pwede din yung mga donation kung hindi niyo naman kayang kasi manpower din at saka funding. I mean, if I'm speaking from LO's point of view, di ba? Pwede din mag-donate tayo ng mga basketball, volleyball, and other sports equipment. Pwede din tayo mag-conduct ng Zumba or pwede din mga samples lang to or yung sa educational naman, not necessarily go there and teach them whatnot, pero pwede din tayong magbigay lang sa kanila ng mga babasahin na substantive reading materials. Pero I like the leader ng JCI, pwede yan.
Makakarinig sila.
Diba? Pero I mean, when it comes to these things, kailangan syempre lagi ng caveat lang, kailangan lagi ng go signal or ng approval ng mga warden at saka ng mga jail officers. Kasi there are times na baka instead of you actually encouraging this prisoners, ma-trigger pa yung galit nila or yung sama ng loob nila pag may nabasa sila sa dyaryo, di ba? So usually as much as possible them yung mga events.
Sige, nalipin. Ganon.
Not necessarily
Marvel comics,
inspirational books, yan. So yun. So target natin. Pwede din personality development books. Or nag-isip tuloy wala tayong ipa-plug na book ngayon. Pero yun, livelihood din, cater din natin sila. Yun, pwede tayong mag-conduct ng trainings on technical know-hows. Or kaya mga simpleng no-bake Graham balls or no-bake why no-bake? Kasi syempre wala naman silang oven doon. And actually, before we can get inside, madami pa tayong requisito sa dadaanan ng mga...
Madami mga security check and whatnot.
Yes, they have to check everything. So, like for instance, pag magpipake ka, hindi ka pwede may dalang kutsilyo and all that. So, kaya kailangan natin yung pwede nating i-bake right there and then. So, pwede tayong mag-conduct ng trainings on, say, shoe repair or kaya alimbawa mag-ano ng bead making, yung mga simpleng ganon.
Mga simple tasks.
Yung access to justice naman natin, pwede tayong mag-conduct ng legal and seminar talks, free legal aid and basic consultation. Why do I say basic? We're trying to avoid kasi yung magkaroon tayo ng commitment sa mga, kasi usually pag nagkipag-usap ka na sa isang abogado tapos sinabi mo na lahat, may attorney-client na tayo na relationship, ang baka ang mangyari niyan, ini-expect nila na actually ikaw na yung magiging lawyer nila for the duration of their case. And yun yung tatry natin na i-avoid kasi syempre we have PAO naman, Public Attorney's Office, and most of the time they also have their own lawyers already. So yung mga basic lang na kailangan nilang malaman or kung gusto nilang matanong sa'yo. Pero on the onset, we must set the guide na eto po, basic lang po yung
legal advice lang.
Yes,
advice lang. And,
may
no
tanong
comment.
ako, no? After, kunwari, yung term mo, kunwari, 2 years or 3 years ka na sa kulungan, may chance ba makabalik sa normal na buhay yung napasok sa preso, no? Pero bago mo sagutin yan, mag-break muna tayo sandali.
Jci Radio full after these messages.
EBC Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agila.
Ang oras po natin ay 6:35 ng gabi.
Every basketball journey starts with a single step. Every player's dream starts with a new beginning. FBA, the Phil Sports Basketball Association, the only regional grassroots and amateur basketball league accredited by the Samahang Basketball of Pilipinas, is now on Net 25. Discover basketball heroes from the different regions in the country. Watch FBA on Net 25, Sundays 11 to 12:30 p.m. From rising stars to future basketball legends. FBA, our game, our pride, our pride.
Halina't maglakbay sa magagandang tanawin sa Pilipinas. Alamin ang mayamang kultura ng ating mga ninuno at pamana ng ating labalikan natin ang ating kasaysayan sa Kalinangang Pilipino. Tuwing linggo, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng gabi. Kalinangang Pilipino.
We're back on air with Ernest Hernandez on Jci Radio Philippines.
We are back here on Jci Radio Philippines and we are talking about Beyond Prison with Maciej Gallevo, Bambang Pasay, Wisconsin for this project. So yan, ito yan, no? Since we are talking about the law here, no? Kasi ang na-notice ko, when you apply for a job, inihingan ka ng NBA clearance, no? Mga ganun. No? And pag meron ka ng criminal record in the past, kahit sabihin mong nakawala ka na sa preso, mata-turn off sa'yo na kunin ka, no? Is there ano bang ang mga ways na para sa ating mga prisoners na nagbagong buhay habang nasa loob, no? Can they get a normal life after?
Okay, regarding that question, actually medyo subjective siya. Kasi again,
May
each
30 minutes pa
person-
tayo.
each person is actually different. So when we say bagong buhay, wala talaga tayo siguro. I mean, ako personally speaking, I don't see anything na magiging concrete na ito i-show mo, ito nagbagong buhay na ako, parang ganun. So what I can suggest for those, kasi realistically speaking yung sinabi mo, Ernest, talagang pag nakita nilang may criminal record ka, turn off. So what they can do perhaps is to ask for clearance talaga, just to prove
NBI
na
clearance talaga.
apart from NBI, siguro doon din sa court na may clearance na wala, no, or doon sa jail mismo na free sa nila, ka din, fugitive from justice ka or tumakas ka lang. So ganun. Pero I think that concern is actually more of sa government natin. on how it as well, or perhaps natin yung mga ganong issues. Yun, siguro din, part din nun, unless na may masasuggest ka, VP, na on how they're going to prove na nagbagong buhay na talaga sila. May suggestion ka ba?
There could be, of course, yung help talaga ng community din na support na where they are included at. Kasi yung malapit talaga sa'yo, sila din yung susuporta sa'yo. So you could start to have at least an experience from dun sa community kung saan ka malapit. And they will prove na okay ka naman pala, katrabaho na and everything para makalipat ka to much bigger opportunities afterwards.
So parang trial stage muna na ito, para just to prove that.
Okay.
Okay.
And syempre, they have to reacquaint themselves with the outside world, yung mga former inmates. How about yung families naman? Kasi affected din yung families, may stigma na, yung yung tatay mo or yung brother mo na bilanggo, so hardened criminal siya. So how would be the process? How is the process to reunite yung family members dun sa rest of the family?
Actually, there are, I are involved talaga nila yung family themselves, organization for them to be there, or either yung religious organizations who give them and then wait so that your let's say father or with your daughter or with your son na nasa prison before, so they have these programs na pwedeng i-provide din sa kanila. And ako, actually for us, that's actually one of the na open din na concern during when I was presenting this, and EVP Hedgem actually also open that na we might it's also good for us to cater then, I guess, for JCI Philippines and the LOs to actually cater din dun sa mga family members. But again, ang caveat lang dito is medyo cautious lang tayo kasi not everyone is open to that. Baka kasi mamaya yung family na puntahan natin, hindi sila open sa ganung idea.
Kasi it's a very sensitive issue.
Yes, for them, and kahit for us na who's trying to help and reach out, kasi may mga tao na even if gusto nating tumulong, pero kung ayaw nilang magpatulong at kung hindi sila open to that, wala tayong magagawa doon. The most that we can do is to actually show them that we're trying to reach out to them and also help them out, na hindi lang yung prisoners or yung ex-prison yung gusto nating i-target, but also those who are outside. Kasi tama ka, they have to reacquaint themselves and also they have to face this reality. So ganun yung pwede.
Yun. So, anyway, in moving forward, may mga nakaset na ba tayo mga projects for April? Maybe our VP for community can answer that. Ms. Mafe?
Well, for Perlas Pasay, kasi since we'll be the one hosting the Beyond Prison Wall, for this year, we're actually looking at making it a medical mission.
Medical mission?
Yes.
Okay, so magdadala kayo ng mga doktor sa loob?
Yes, we are very fortunate to have a partnership with
Kinky Pink.
Kinky Pink.
Ano yun?
They are a
Kinky
group
Pink.
of doctors na, actually OB-GYN doctors. We had a partnership
Okay,
with them.
kaya Kinky Pink.
Kinky Pink.
Okay.
We had a partnership last year for a medical mission in Batangas. And sila talaga are very generous doctors kasi sobrang expert sila in their own field. Some of them in medical city.
Hindi sila OB-GYN, so mga babae ang
Yes.
so yung dadalawin yung prison are for women.
That's why we'll be holding the Beyond Prison Wall this year in the female dorm of Pasay City.
For the national launching
For the
on
national-
April
Alright.
3, 2016. So that would be
Anong
next
oras to?
Sunday. That would be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Whole day affair siya kasi it's a medical mission. Baka lang magtaka, VP, kung ano ibig sabihin ng Kinky Pink. Kalusugan ng kababaihang pangkabayanan. So it's a foundation, yun, group of sila,
Galing,
consultants na OB-GYN. Since last year, when we did our Beyond Prison Wall sa Pasay City Female Dorm, there's this one one prisoner who actually approached one of our VPs then, VP Jean Miso, and she told her na almost nagka-miscarriage. Kasi detainees lang to mga to. So meaning wala pa silang. Yes.
Miscarriage.
So she didn't know
Nasa loob siya ng preso.
she didn't know when she got there na she's pregnant.
Okay.
So kasi nga detainees sila, so wala pa silang final judgment. So at that time, muntik na kasi hindi niya alam na buntis siya kasi hindi siya pwedeng makita ng mga doctors, diba? Bas, court order ka.
Yes.
So, nung time na yun, doon namin na-realize na, teka lang, we also have to cater to them kasi ito yung mahirap gawin kasi syempre madaming logistics, also budget-wise and all mga approvals kailangan natin dito. So, yun yung kaya namin naisip ng Perlas na ang gawing nation for to this all-female dorm na para ma-address yung concern nilang ganun sa OB-GYN related na concerns. So yun. Sige.
Anyway, actually may tanong ako kasi may difference kasi between yung mga male dorms pati mga female dorms ng mga preso. So aside from hygienic concerns, ano pa bang mga special concerns ng mga female dorms compared sa mga male dorms?
Sa female dorms, mostly, yun lang yung actually, sa mga interviews namin, yun yung mostly concern nila. And also, some of them are mothers. Again, children. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na, kasi syempre alam natin na ang mother mas siya sa bata kaysa sa father. By nature na yun na mas attached ang bata, usually sa mother. So, yun yung nagiging problem nila. Yung iniisip nila yung mga anak nila. As compared dun sa, kasi usually pag si father ang nandyan, na laging mag-isip pa rin, even if nandun na yung father. Yes. Unlike pag ang mother, let's say ang father ang wala, mas kampante siya dahil alam niyang nag-oversee sa mga anak niya, yung mother ng mga anak niya. So, yun.
Anyway, ano pa yung gagawin nyo on that day?
Hindi, but well, for that day, that will be a long day for us kasi it will start with
so it's
yes, kasi imagine per patient,
per client,
hindi siya yung medical mission lang na parang i-check up ka lang. There will be really
may mammogram ba dyan, mga ganun?
Na ipapasok.
May ultrasound actually,
parang full clinic siya.
These doctors are actually bringing their own equipment. May mga tinatawag tayong ultrasound. So makikita mo, may mga chiropractor. Yung susunod say may nakikita sa actually na yun, they're susunod nila sa team at least 15,000 pesos. So, ganong kalaki yung masisave nung person. Let's say may makita sa'yo. Hindi kami masyadong kasi we're not medical people. Pero yun yung last year kasi they're doing the same thing as what they did last year. So they're going to do the same thing dito sa mga Pasay City female dorm na to. And actually they did one also last year in Mandaluyong City sa mismong correctional. And sabi nga nung kausap namin na chair founder si Dr. Connie Alfiller na madami nila yung sa kanila last 2,000 lang sa kailangan ng catered meal. So, yung sa Pasay City female dorm, hopefully, kasi medyo maliit yung space ng Pasay City unlike sa correctional na malaki. Dito ilang beds lang daw yung
we'll be preparing 2 beds inside and then 1 bed outside for minor check-up lang.
Kasi they can't go outside of the yung prisoner, nung prison. They can't go outside of the gate. Kahit sabihin mong idudugtong mo, let's say may bus kasi talaga sila. Even if idudugtong mo yung bus na yon, hindi siya kaya kasi you have to have a court order for that prisoner to get out of that
Ah.
prison. So, imagine mo, an 80, maybe 200
needs ng mga babae pa lang.
kita tayo.
Sa mga lang, yung ginawa namin dati, basketball. Pero, di ba, that was fun. Nag-enjoy ako. Nabawal lang kami picture na habang nagba-basketball kasama nila.
Sensitive kasi, no?
Very sensitive. Pero it was fun. It was quite an experience kasi I've played with deaf people, basketball, no? Wala akong narinig sa kanila. No, so pero yun nga, iba yung prisoners No, iba yung prisoners, parang, di ba, I was thinking na sabi ko, Ruben, siguro gulangan ng mangyayari sa atin dito. Diba? So, memorable for me. But anyway, it will take a final very mass for sure. I-plug that was activities of course. Magbabalik pong
JCI Radio Philippines will return after these messages.
EBC, Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agila.
Ang oras po natin ay 6:49 ng gabi.
Anak, tara na, baka mahuli pa tayo. Opo, nandyan na po, Nay. Anak, nahugot mo ba yung kurto ng electric fan niyo sa kwarto? Baka nakalimutan mo na naman. Ay, nakalimutan ko po. Balikan ko po muna, Nay. Kung batang to talaga, mamaya mapagmulan pa yan ng sunog.
Huwag gawing permanente ang paggamit ng extension cord dahil posibleng mag-overheat at pagmulan ito ng sunog. Ugaliin ding alisin sa saksakan ng kordon bago umalis ng bahay. Tiyakin ang kaligtasan ng buong pamilya. Isang paalaala mula sa Radyo Agila.
Halina't maglakbay sa magagandang Pinas. Alamin ang mayamang kultura ng ating mga ninuno at tayo. Balikan natin ang ating kasaysayan sa Kalinamang Pilipino. Tuwing linggo, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng gabi. Kalinamang Pilipino.
We're back on air with Ernest Hernandez on JCI Radio Philippines.
We are back here on JCI Radio Philippines, Everything Your Chamber International, and our topic for tonight, yes, and it's Beyond Prison Walls with National Chairperson Maje Gallevo Bambo. No, so anyway, may gusto kang sabihin na kinukulit mo ka ako kanina pa habang break. Ano tong sasabihin mo?
Actually, proceeding from your kanina, yung sinabi mo regarding dun sa project natin this year for Beyond Prison Walls.
Okay.
We were able to, unfortunately, we were able to get sponsorship for Beyond Prison Walls. Although it's not that big of amount, but I think it would help. And I would like to thank Kapandesal Multipurpose
Kapandesal, wow.
Multipurpose Cooperative.
Nagutom ako. Masarap at saka
It's a multipurpose cooperative which has the same goal and has the same advocacy of the Beyond Prison Walls. So when I was talking to the founder of Kapandesal, si Miss Mel Tadeo, she was very excited kasi ganun din yung ginagawa nila sa co-op, nag-visit din sila. And since this is JCI Philippines is nationwide yung implementation natin, they deemed it proper na mas ma-reach out din nila yung buong Pilipinas on helping out. So I'd like to thank Kapandesal Multipurpose Cooperative for actually sponsoring and making it possible for us to implement it nationwide. Also, would for the national implementation, near and right IV or homework for company. This is actually owned by President's Miss Lady Pedriña, and also Phil USA Corporation, and also J. Kemi. This is owned by our very own AVP Bong Quiroga. So yung sa Sunday din nagagawin, it's in collaboration then with JCI, Philippine New York. So JCI.
May kilala namin yan. Sister chapter namin yan.
Sister chapter namin.
Yan tayo.
So JCI.
May utang sa inyo. Wala naman.
Wala naman. JCI Makati lang yung may utang sa amin.
Ganun ba?
Yes. Press Neil, nakikinig ka ba doon? So yun, apart from that, so nag-send out po kami ng circular na since medyo limited yung supply natin, what we aim is to actually implement or give out simple mga electric fans and also hygienic supplies for each LO to give this out to their prisons or to the jail na nasa jurisdiction nila, or I mean nasa area nila. So, first come, first serve basis po, pasensya na kasi nga limited yung supply po natin. So, po natin siya, ice po natin siya. Si VP Ernest, si NC Ernest talaga.
Bakit? Wala namang ginagawa eh.
Yun. Apart from that, we hope to implement Beyond Prison Walls also for the whole year. Hindi lang siya this April. It's actually for the whole year. It's just that this April mas mama-maximize for purposes of JCPEA. Mas mama-maximize mo yung JCPEA mo point na mas malaki siya for this 5 points for April, but if beyond April lesser yung points, pero ano pa rin, in-encourage pa rin natin ang LO na mag-implement it, and also pwede pa rin siyang ma-maximize mo yung point even if it was implemented outside of able to have a move agreement with a certain jail na i-continue natin yung yung services natin for them for sustainability, or also with a certain partner, let's say an organization or foundation na we're going to do it or support it or continue the implementation for the following years to come para may sustainability na hindi lang siya one time, big time na eto lang ngayong year lang na to natin gagawin. So yun po. At also clarification, this is actually not necessarily within JCI week mo siya gawin. So you can do it outside of JCI week so long as for the maximization ng points so long as it's within April. Yun.
Okay, so anyway, our Vice President for Community Affairs, you have any final words? May gusto ko bang batiin?
Final.
I want to greet Board of Perlas Pasay, especially our VP Bea, who is listening right now.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, and then of course we would want to invite everyone available on April 3. We'll start at 8 a.m. To be there, physically be there, and help out kasi marami ring manpower talaga yung kailangan for them, and then experience how different yung Beyond Prison Wall activity within when we do it ng medical mission. And it will be a whole day affair, so every help na pwede nyo maibigay will be very much appreciated by JCR Perlas Pasay. And kahit of course the guys, we will really appreciate the help kasi marami din tayong mga kailangan na buhatin, mga ganyan.
So pwede palang pumasok.
Kailangan namin ng katador.
Mga male na members ng GCI sa...
Yes. Thankful din talaga kami sa Pasay City Jail, yung warden na nandun sa female dorm kasi very supportive din siya with us. When we did the ocular, very supportive sila. As well as matagal na rin talaga naming sinusuportahan yung female dorm. I mean, from the past year, we are doing mga fundraising for them. Like, we're helping them marketing the bid. We have a bid collection from them. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yun yung mga ginagawa nila. And we're supporting them ever since from that. So, ayun, ini-invite ulit namin kayo this April 3. And that will be starting from 8 a.m. until hopefully mga hapon. before we go to any induction. Thank you.
All right. So anyway, our national chairperson, do you have your final words or may gusto ko bang batiin?
Matakot ako sa final words. Final words. Well, I actually wanted to thank you, Ernest and Jeffo, for giving us the opportunity to elaborate on what Beyond Prison Wall entails and what we have to offer for JCI Philippines and HLO. So with this, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank NP Steve Ticanco for actually appointing me and giving me the opportunity for this one, and of course the rest of the national board and my boss in Beyond Prison was actually an EVP Hedge and Furigay. I would also like to thank him for the all-out support and for the guidance on the implementation of this one, and also NED Chai Talag for supporting, and NSG Wali. Uy, medyo special mention silang apat kasi lagi talaga
tayo.
Kasi namin na si NP.
Sinabi mo.
NTK.
Si NTK. Sobrang very supportive kasi nila sa kanila. Thank you po sa inyo. And we're inviting everyone, all chapters in the Philippines, to as much as possible implement the JCI Philippines Beyond Prison Walls this April and even beyond April para
Masustain natin
as mas may magandang positive impact tayo na ma-create sa ating community.
Alright, yun. Maraming salamat. Wala ka bang ibang babatiin? Yun na lang, no?
Baka mag-take tayo ng another 1 hour.
Seconds pa.
Kasunod na
kami naman. Anyway, an hour has passed for us in our discussion of everything and anything about the Junior Chamber International Philippines. This has been your host, Ernest Hernandez.
And this has been Diego Dao. Tune in again next for awesomeness here on JCI Radio Philippines, where we feature a taste of what JCI is all about.